Hello, I'm Eleonora from the channel The Awakening Path, and today I will discuss with you, I will give you my overview, my understanding about the Beyond Mystic Investigation about the Elohims. Why there are so many people triggered by that. I separated those in 3 categories that I will explain later. But first, all started with this guy, Mauro Biglino. He used to work to the Vatican, reading all the scriptures and comparing the translations with the originals. And he started to see a lot of things that didn't make sense. Well, I thought that all Elohims were good, that the Elohims are the angels, archangels, and cherubims, and they are good, but those here, they are not. That's one problem. So the Beyond Mystic started this investigation. For me, it's very clear that these Elohims, they are being described by Biglino, they are the fallen angels. Who are the Elohims? Ismael Perez described in a very detail who they are. I suggest you that you watch his live on January 1st, where he explained about the Elohims. It's called Who Are the Guardians of Creation. You're going to learn a lot about, but let's just say that the Elohims are the term for the beings of light that we know as angels, archangels, and cherubims. Are they all good or are they all bad? None of it. There are good and there are bad. And that's kind of a common knowledge. I think at least almost everybody on earth already heard about that Lucifer rebelled, and he took 1/3 of the celestials with him. Who are those 1/3? I believe those are the ones that Biglino is talking about, that Jean-Claude is investigating. So when we got that famous spread where Giannini saw that all the Elohims were bad, and then everybody got in panic. But my understanding is all the Elohims that Biglino was describing in his studies, all those Elohims that are connected to the bad Anunnakis and to the bad deities that want to control Earth for eons. Those are the ones that are bad. Because I can tell you that, Giannini, you are the best tarot reader I ever heard about. And for me, you're always on point. The only time that gets a little bit confused is when the question is not exactly right. I'm sorry, Jean-Claude, that's happened, but I don't know nobody that could do your job better than you. I'm very, very grateful for all the work that you and Giannini has been done, not only you guys, but the whole team of Beyond Mystic. The last 2 years, it's really made my life a way easier. So returning to the subject, the biggest problem was that spread. Wait a second, what happened to my guardian angel? Is he bad too? Does he even exist? What do I do now? How about Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel, all the archangels, they are all bad too? So that's the panic. According to Biglino, he found a Michael in those scriptures that he's not really good, and they are talking about Elohim. And Elohim called Michael equal to Archangel Michael. However, we know how the bad guys like to smear the names of the good guys. It would be very easy for them to send somebody to see a priest and make demands in name of Michael and smear his name this way. But that's just my intuition. I'm not saying that's what happened. However, now let's talk about the three categories. I'm going to start from the top. The first one that has been triggered by are the people that wants to control the narrative, that wants to keep the information hidden. Those are the ones that has been trying to control the planet Earth since its creation and has been very successful the last 6,000 years after they implemented the Matrix. What they did, they hid themselves and worked in the background. Now we are going to the age of Aquarius. All the truths needs to come out. So everything will be on the open. And that's why it's so important to support Jean-Claude and Janine in what they are doing. Because it's time for people to understand that there are your neighbor that drives you crazy is not your real enemy. He don't want to exterminate you. But let's not go too much on that. Let's talk about the second category. The second category are those light workers that has been channeled Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, or many other angels for decades. And they never fell in fault. So doesn't matter what anybody say that, okay, there is no good Archangel Michael, they have no reason to believe. And I'm including one of them too. I started channel Archangel Michael about 2 years ago. I call upon Archangel Michael for protection for me and my kids every day. I ask him to protect my clients and me during all my sessions. I ask Archangel Raphael to assist me with my Reiki healing through all my clients. So for me, if you say that there is no such a thing as good Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, I have to tell you that I will believe that the one that I'm communicating to it is until they prove me wrong. Until they prove me wrong. Is there imposters pretending to be Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Michael Jackson, JFK Jr., to people that are channeling? Yes, there is. But that doesn't mean that there is nobody channel the real ones, because there is. And are the real ones good or bad? Jean-Claude didn't ask that question specifically. Is Archangel Michael really good or bad? I know that the one that I'm communicating to, it is, and I don't have any other reason to think otherwise. So another thing, the other category is, I just call the people of faith. That's the point. Janine say something that I agree, that we don't need the middleman. You can cut the middleman. You can go straight to your higher self. When I got disturbed with the video, the first thing I did, I talk to my higher self. Yeah. So who is the one that I'm talking to? Is it good or bad? But let's be honest. Most of the humans at this moment, they are not in a state of awareness to go straight to their higher self. Because most of the religions teach them to look for God outside of themselves. So my mom, for example, when she needs help, any spiritual help, she calls upon Jesus. She calls upon many of the saints from the Catholic Church. She assigns some sort of tasks for each one of them. Okay, I good with this, that, and that. And she calls upon some archangels too. And her guardian angel. And then when a person that comes from this background hear that they are all bad, they get in panic. Oh, okay, who are gonna call now? What are you gonna do? So that was the confusion. There is a good Elohim. Luckily, 2/3 of them are good, and 1/3 is bad. Is the ones from the spread good? No. I think the question, the way the cards understood, was talking about all the ones that are being mentioned by the Sumerian tablets. They are in cahoots with the bad Anunnakis and the other team. So that's my takeaway. If you would like to follow me, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll be very grateful. So much love and light to you. I hope that helped somehow. And again, thank you, Janine. Thank you, Jean-Claude. You guys are awesome. And just keep the good work. Because as somebody told one time, the truth will set us free. Why? Because we create with our emotions. Where our emotions come from our thoughts and perceptions. Our perception is based on what we know or what we think we know, especially information in our subconsciousness. So, who controls the perception, according to David Icke, who controls the perception controls humanity. So, more information you have, more awareness you get, less controlled you are. So, thank you again, Janine and Jean-Claude. Much love and light to you.